Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25.
55 to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just Mike. Jim.
And that is the kind of tackling. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Back. 49, check 49, check 49.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Alert 3. Check 3. Ball trot.
From the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Ray had no idea how Lamar Jackson, I ran the man blitz, and like a dude ran out across, it was just all messed up. That guy's tripping over each other. I don't know what was going on right there. Jackson's broken loose, maybe looks crazy. That's all right, though.
Strike first here on their opening drive. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And a first carry now for Hyde. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Came out here, made an adjustment with Will Fuller right there. Hit him easy, run underneath for a couple yards. Little underneath route. I seen he was sitting on that inside and slant, so got Fuller in the slot right here. Felt like he was blitzing, so I just stood out there over the top, and Fuller's got amazing speed, super fast. So, you know he's gone. Tied it up. It's all knotted up. Fighting back.
First quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Sack.
And Jackson cannot get away.
Blew it up. Whitney Merciless all in the backfield, going crazy. Let's go.
And I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
55. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check three. Alert flare. Alert flare.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Hey. We got three. Three down. 3 to 4. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Tackles. Check 99.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Check set. 19. 48. Mike. Bring it. 48. Mike. Alert. That's the ball. That's it.
Watson just beating the play clock. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
Flushed out right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
I'm trying to collect. Check 43. Check.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Ingram. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
That's it. Big hit.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
36. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
I just blew it right here. I was in cover 2, and I should have ran over there when I seen the receivers, but I bit the underneath route. No, it was totally my fault. It was blown coverage. That's all right, though. We ain't down much.
And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
54. 57, 57's Mike. Ready? Check Mike 57, Mike 57. I got him. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
Back to throw, Watson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away.
I mean, talk about rolling the dice. It was early, but I could tell, I figured, man, it's going to be a shootout. And I felt good about it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Mike 57. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 57.
Got DeAndre Hopkins, I think, sitting down right in front of him.
Watch the screen.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins.
Ate him up. Move the chains. Let's go.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
I mean, there's nothing to say right here except for toast. He never had a chance. It looked like old Freddie Thomas from the old Saints, bro. Guarding this brown bag special out there. Blowout. TD. Let's go, Hack. Hack Madden.
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing.
My friend from Ed at home I play with all the time. From back home, he says, man, when I play you Hack, stuff happens that it's just freakish and it don't happen to nobody else. It's not nothing you do. It's just the computer, I think, cheats for you or something. And I was like, no way. And so if you're looking for it in, this is the play. I was burnt. I was toast. It was a touchdown. And they robbed him. And this is my last audio, and I'll catch you at the end of the video.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Check.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And Jackson throwing once more. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. 3rd down here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And he's got Snead. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Tighten down. There you go.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's Watson, and this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's complete, Stills. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
They're going for it. It's Watson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
10. 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 39 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A gain there of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson to throw again. And Stills bringing it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Stills right side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Watson steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check safety, check safety. Shift. Switch. Deuce. Kill.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Hyde. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. On 2nd down now, Hyde. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 4th down, Watson. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
3 bucks. He's coming. We got double up.
A first down carry now for Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Here's Watson on the sneak, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Ingram again. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Brown. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check 50. Check 55 to Mike. All day. Henry. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. He's got Fuller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mike, 48. Mike, 59. He don't know no better. Slam.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Nick Boyle. Incomplete. Sets up fourth down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Jones on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. From the 34 now, here's first.
Bro, I picked a rollout with Watson. Hopkins only receiver, max protected.
Play action for Miller.
Rolled the other way.
Going deep for Hopkins.
And look how far he is in front of that man. He didn't have a chance.
And he's in.
Touchdown, blowout.
How do you give that up?
Subscribe to my channel, man. Your next game will be a comeback like that, too.
They do win it on the final play.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back
what a
up,
game,
they'll
bro.
head to the exits, and I
What
think they'll
a
probably be muttering
damn
a few choice
game.
words along the way, too. How did that happen?
GG, bro.
They certainly thought overtime was on the horizon, bracing for overtime. We
In a couple
were
days,
too,
go
and,
check out my
we
YouTube
may
channel
wanna
at
wait a little
318
bit
Live.
before
This game
heading
gonna
for
be
the
on
exits.
there,
Let
I
that
promise
parking lot
you.
clear out.